It was 1965. I was 15 years old, and it was a summer afternoon. I heard a knock on my front door, and it was a friend of mine from school who had been dating my sister, a guy named George Thies. And she told him I played some guitar. I'd been playing for about 6 months is all. And he invited me to audition for his band. Didn't take too much to get in a band in those days. I'd already been thrown out of one twice, so that lets you know where I was at. But that weekend I followed him to a little part of town by the rug mill. And it was there that I embarked on the greatest adventure of my young life, of my whole life. I joined my first real rock and roll band. Yeah, and we lasted for 3 years. Teenagers, it was pretty good. 65, 66, 67, an explosive time in American history. An incredible period to be in a rock band. You know, we named ourselves after a bottle of shampoo. Propecia. No, that's what I use now. It was Castile shampoo. That was Castile shampoo. And well, if you cut forward 50 years, and on another summer day, I found myself with George standing at the side of his deathbed. He'd been fighting lung cancer for 3 or 4 years, and he only had a few days to live. And his passing would leave me as the last living member of my first band. And that'll give you pause to think. It's like you're standing on the railroad tracks with the white hot light of an oncoming train bearing down upon you. It brings a clarity of thought and of purpose that you may not have previously experienced. So I went home, and a week later George passed away, and a little while after that I wrote this song. Now it's about the job we chose before we knew enough to call it work. It's about the passion that we followed just as children, not knowing where it was going to lead us. And at 15, it's all tomorrows and hellos. And then later on, there's a lot more goodbyes. But that makes you realize how important living every moment of your life is. This is a last man standing. Faded pictures in an old scrapbook. Faded pictures that somebody took when you were hard and young and proud. Backed against the wall, running raw and loud. Snakeskin vest and a sharkskin suit. Cuban heels on your boots. You kick in the band, then side by side, you take the crowd on their mystery ride. Knights of Columbus and the Fireman's Ball. Friday night at the Union Hall. Black leather clubs all along Route 9. You count the names of the missing as you count off time. Rock of Ages lift me somehow. Somewhere high and hard and loud. somewhere deep into the heart of the crowd. Oh, I'm the last man standing. Out of school and out of work, thrift store jeans and flannel shirts. The lights go down as you face the crowd. Oh, the last man standing. Lights come up at the Legion Hall. Pool cues go back up on the wall. Pack your guitar and have one last beer, with just the ringing in your ears. Rock of Ages lift me somehow, somewhere